Hello everybody and welcome to a JJ McCarthy film breakdown. It's going to be real quick and simple. It is literal tape, so if you guys just want to mute me and watch it and analyze for yourself, go right ahead. But I will be pausing and pointing some things out. My face cam will not be active the whole time, so kind of just take notes with me and kind of go over what he does and doesn't do well. Now specifically, this is his tape against Nebraska. It is like 5.5 minute video here that we're just going to sit down and analyze all the snaps he took, and starts off hot on the first play there. Just a little out route to smaller receivers. He's got multiple of them between Roman Wilson and then there's guy number 82. He saw some action in the other game against Indiana that JJ McCarthy had. You're seeing his mobility right now, getting out and having his nice escape ability. Running back Blake Corum looking if he needs to do any pass pro and or just to sell it there, and McCarthy ends up getting the option outside. McCarthy back to snap, quick read. Donovan Edwards just off his hands. You like the anticipation here and the timing and the accuracy. I guess it wasn't like the best situation. Obviously, you hope to have that sort of matchup with a receiver, but there's Donovan Edwards again attacking in the receiving game. That is their second running back to Blake Corum, and he continues to look downfield. That's all day on this play. Cross his body sort of deal. Great catch. I think that is Roman Wilson, but we'll watch it here from this angle, which I always love these angles a little bit better, especially on these tightrope throws where you get to see his release and his whole motion and every little bit of a process. But something to notice in this play is just the time he has, and the decision he ultimately ended up making probably wasn't even the best one, but just slings it down and catches. It's just a great catch. That one probably shouldn't be the play. And here he is going, I think that might be AJ Barner, his tight end, or it could be that number 18 receiver that stood out to me. Yeah, Barner is number 89. I can't tell if he's the one making the catch. He is. So AJ Barner, the Michigan tight end, someone to watch out for as well in this upcoming draft alongside JJ McCarthy. Has a man in motion. It might be Barner again. Pulls it. I don't know if that was an option or anything, but if it was just designed how it is, McCarthy did a good job at least selling it as an option, as obviously elects to go out. And then there's Barner again. Probably not the exact guy you want, but it's a good way to disguise it. Nice little flea flicker. McCarthy takes his time, reads the field, then delivers an accurate throw across the middle. His receiver did have that nice leverage and stuff like that. He's not throwing to any pinpoint or putting that ball. It was good. It's not bad, but there's no like crazy ball placement there. McCarthy gonna get out, shows mobility, go right up the middle for a touchdown. You can see it from this angle. Blake Corum clears out the shallow linebacker. Number 6 gets a nice block, and McCarthy straight into the end zone. McCarthy, this is off play action, steps back, loading it up, throwing the deep ball, a little incomplete, just a little too far right on this one. Get a little trigger happy, maybe just poorly anticipated it, just stared it down the whole time too. Not a fan of that, but if you like your matchup, you're probably just going to watch it, and especially if you rely on your decision making and arm, which he tends to, it's a good thing. You'll see a nice quick release here from McCarthy. Snaps, looks, and throws. Looks, get out to his second read, and it's through the hands. Number 18 there probably should have been caught, but could have been placed better by McCarthy as well. Edwards out. McCarthy snaps the ball, empty backfield, nice pocket, takes the shallow route. I like that decision right there instead of trying to go for the home run play. See it again from this angle, just has a nice shallow guy, and that might be his first read as well. It looked like it. McCarthy looking outside, coming back inside, has Roman Wilson, and that one should have been pass led up the field if he didn't have pressure in his face or anything like that. Those are the type of throws you'd like to see be a little bit better placed if you're really nitpicking, but it is a good effort, and you didn't really have to sling it if you're JJ McCarthy. Going back to that other play here, I'll go back to it. This right here, he's kind of rolling out. You don't like to see that one just be chucked towards the sidelines. You like to see rolling out, starting to throw about here. Maybe the ball ends up like here. He doesn't have to slow down a whole lot, which he starts to because he thought that that's what was happening. Then Roman Wilson gets led towards the sideline when it should have been in this sort of area, and probably a little less butter on it. McCarthy backed and rolls when he really didn't have to, depending on what he liked. I'm going to be honest. Back across, that's a great throw, but they should highlight this right here. So you see McCarthy. This isn't ideal to do the move he did. That right there, you're kind of faking inside a little bit, and that isn't viable when he's already here. So number 9 should have made this play or should have had anticipated it better. Lucky he's a bit unathletic. And JJ McCarthy, this is like reminds me of a Sam Darnold play with Braxton Berrios. I don't know if you guys, I probably have no idea what you're talking about or what I'm talking about, but here from about the 20, you're going to laser it to the back of the end zone. Well, is that Roman Wilson? He's on the run back of the end zone, beat his guy just laterally. You like to see that. Good ball placement and a good throw after evading what looked like a collapsed pocket. McCarthy, this is a nice little step back throw process. Is a little bit rushed and affected by pressure, gets away from him and just goes over the top of his receiver. Steps back, diagnoses the field well. I don't know. We'll look. I'm sure we'll get another look at this one. I'm going to see if he stares down the read the whole time. I don't know. The flag might have come in there, but I don't think so. So you see McCarthy back here, takes the snap, and looks. Yep, it looks like it was just his first read. So I'd like to see him process a little bit better. If that first read doesn't get open in time, his internal clock seems to be a little slower than ideal, but he's making all the right plays, and I'm sure the first read here, nope. Okay, so he did elect to his second read, and that's good to see. Number 0, nice catch. They've got a bunch of smaller receivers here at Michigan, something that kind of pops out to me. And again, nice play by him here, not trying to go for the big play. And he's like, oh, I have a big guy on like maybe a smaller guy. Linebacker kind of loses track. You only have a safety over top. You might want to give Barner like a lead out here, but he makes a smart decision and throws it to Roman Wilson, who's running a little bit more shallow. Nice little play by him and shows good decision making. And his arm talent is good. And you know, he did kind of let up the pressure on that, but something you notice with JJ McCarthy, he kind of just guns it all the time. There's not a whole lot of versatile, like you see Caleb Williams kind of lay it up sometimes. JJ McCarthy, most of the time, it's just bullet passes, which is fine. It's not like a huge knock or anything like that, but it does kind of hurt him in some areas. That was the Nebraska game. I'm going to go over what I like and didn't like about it real quick. Obviously, I'm a fan of this play right here where he's kind of throwing across and he does a good job getting it to his receiver. That shows a nice ability to kind of play off balance here. I didn't mind his pocket awareness. I thought he was a little eager to move out a little bit. See this right here? He has no base or platform to throw on and just ends up heaving it, and it is good. Could be one of those lucky throws, but it looked pretty good to me. It's not one of those like heave it up into an area where your receiver might get to. It's a good play, and I like that from JJ McCarthy. Processing is good when need be. Kind of just nitpick at little things here, but McCarthy seems to be a solid prospect, higher ceiling, good arm talent, has the weapons around him here at Michigan, and certainly the defense. We'll see how the end of the season is going to kind of, you know, happen for him. Either good or bad. It's going to raise his draft stock or lower it, and then the whole combine and the bowl games. I don't know if he'll be playing in any because he is a little bit on the younger side too, so it's not like he's going to make a appearance at the Senior Bowl. I think he is like 21, maybe 22. I can't exactly remember with all these guys. Do so many in a day, and I look at so many, you know, draft eligible guys. So that'll be it for me. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, go down, subscribe, go watch any of the past content on the channel. I guarantee you will enjoy it, especially if you're liking and watching this. Deuces.